back with another live, coming to you live, finally. And as you can read the title, finally, the true OGs return. Wow. The timer's definitely glitched the fuck out, but we'll figure it out, you know? We'll figure it out. But what I mean by the true OGs return is yesterday, there was a huge thing yesterday over on Dave's channel. Someone terminated it. And then after all that happened, we figured it out. Well, sort of. And all the OGs returned. You know. So, in the end, it was high risk, but it was high reward too. And because everybody is now returning. I feel like every time something bad happens, all the OGs return for some odd reason. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but every time something bad happens, all the OGs return, and there's a whole battle, and I don't know, it just feels strange. But most of all, things gotta happen, you know, and I don't know what that means for me as well, because not only does that affect what happens, but a lot of things are probably going to change now that the actual OGs have returned. I mean, technically I'm an OG, so, you know, but, you know, they're on and off, but, yeah. What's up, Michael Savage 22? What's up, Hannah? Hanana? What's up, Azoo Walks 8831? 12 people watching. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Make sure to hit that like button. That'll really help me out. Okay? Hello there, Azoo Walks 8831. What do you want me to call you, Azoo Walks? Actually, I'll just call you Azoo Walks. How about that? Arab names are harder, not gonna lie. Russia, yes. Russia. Nice. I just subscribe. Thank you very much, Michael Savage 22. Very appreciated. You know what? Just for that, we are gonna make you a standard. Thank you very much. As I was saying, all the original, thank you. All the original OGs have returned. All the old people that were here and over there at Savages and over there at Didi's and over there at what the fuck? Grandma you know, and everywhere else, all the OGs, the original people who are usually on, have came back. And that's a good thing, but it's also sort of, kind of, I don't know. It's kind of bad thing, too. You know, because we haven't heard from them in like a million years. And that's like good, but also bad. You never know it's like a package deal. It's like it helps you out, but it also affects you in the same way because you don't know if you can still trust them and all that good stuff. Because once they come back and then you remember them and then you're like, oh, they were the ones that took my channel down in the first place, but they're an OG, and then you have to decide if you want to get rid of them or not. You know, it's hard deciding. It's hard deciding who you want to keep up there and who you don't want to keep up there, on that pedestal. Because once you're up on that pedestal, it's hard to knock people off of it, because all those people are the original people that have come to your channel and have supported you for so long. But they're now coming back after like a couple of months or years, sometimes months. And the OGs become the main priority because you want to try and win over the old OGs and win over the new OGs, and then it becomes a whole complication of oh my god, what the fuck is she doing? Sorry guys, I just saw something. You have to know who you have to win over, and that's everyone. You have to win everyone over. You have to talk to everybody. You have to play the long game, and sometimes that ends with a tragedy, sometimes that ends with a gain. But if it ends with a gain, wow, hello. Right in front of me, what the hell? Sorry guys, I just witnessed something, but I'm not gonna say anything. You know, and once the OGs return, that's like border grounds for changing what you're doing. Somewhat. Changing what you're doing back to what you were doing before. But in reality, you don't want to change what you're doing and go back to what you were doing before. You want to keep doing what you're doing. But the OGs, aka all the old people that used to come to your channel, like the other stuff that you were doing. So it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. It's a gain, but it's also a loss. As you gradually become a stronger YouTuber, you will realize that nothing ends the way you want it to end. If that makes any sense. You have to rely on other people as well as yourself and learn how to fight, but also how to, help other people out as well as yourself. Hey, 5 people, let's get those likes up. Come on, guys. Come on. Help me out here. But like I was saying, you have to... Ooh, hello. You have to... Sorry. That was a little weird. I know that sounded weird, but I did that for a good reason. It wasn't a weird reason. I saw something that I liked. Because I'm outside. And there's a beautiful bird. Beautiful, beautiful bird. And that's code word for something anyways. Not the point. Once the OGs come back, it becomes harder to gain their approval because you're doing other things, Like, say your channel got taken down and then the old OGs come to your new channel and you're doing new stuff on it. The old OGs aren't going to really like what you're doing, but sometimes they do. So it all depends on them, actually. It all depends on the old OGs and the new ones to decide if they like what you're doing or not. Because if they don't like what you're doing, then sometimes things have to change, and that's just for the best, But not everything has to change. Not everything. Most of the time. Most of the time, people can adapt to what's going on and adapt to their surroundings, as well as adapt to the old OGs and the new OGs. But with that comes with risks. High risk, but high reward. You know what I'm saying? High risk, but high reward. You have to gain the approval of everyone. And by doing that, you have to try everything that you can do to win the approval of the old OGs, the new OGs, and win them over. Because if you don't win them over, they won't want to watch your stuff anymore. And if they don't want to watch your stuff anymore, then that's kind of the problem. Because the problem isn't that they don't like you. The problem is that they don't like what you're doing. And if they don't like what you're doing, you aren't going to have the people to support you. And if you don't have the people to support you, you don't have a channel. And if you don't have a channel, that becomes a problem as well. But also, that's not a huge problem. You can fix it by changing a couple things that you're doing. So it all depends. It really does. It really all depends on what you do and what other people do. And if you see something, say something. But like play by the rules, but also have fun while doing it. It can be hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do to survive on YouTube. There is no winning on YouTube. There is no losing on. Well, I mean, there is losing, but there is no. Well, I mean, there's winning and losing on YouTube, should I say? But you have to learn that you don't always get your way, and people won't always see what you're doing is a good thing, and they won't think not. God damn it! Not everyone thinks what you're doing is a good thing. Not everyone thinks that what you're doing is a bad thing. So you have to stay in the middle of that borderline, and that borderline is very, it's up there, but you sure as hell can make it if you try your hardest. If you try your damn hardest, you can make it. And if you can make it, then anyone can make it. That is my point. That is my point. Point blank. If you can make it, everyone can make it. It's just because you're giving up that you won't make it. Because if you... Oh, wow. Hello. If you give up, then that's the point that everyone tries to get across. You're not supposed to give up. You're supposed to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you either fail or you fall. And if you fall, you can get your ass back up. But if you fail, there's no going back after that. That's why you gotta try your damn hardest to stay up. You gotta stay up there in the views and the subscribers and the likes. Otherwise, you're gonna lose. And you don't want to be a loser. You want to be a winner. Or borderline. You want to be a winner, but you're losing, but you're also winning, you know? And sometimes that's the case where you have to decide if you want to win or lose at that point. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. It all depends on what you want and what other people want. If they want you to win, they will tell you. If they want you to lose, they will make sure that they make it known that they... Why did that sound like a fucking... I don't know. But if they want you to lose, they want you to lose. They will make it known that they want you to lose because they will come after you, they will attack you, they will throw everything they can at you. But you gotta get your ass back up. Otherwise, if you don't get back up, then you gotta then at that point you gotta figure out other things that you can do and other things that will help other people realize that you are still needed, that you are that you still want them around. And if you don't want them around, you gotta tell them also. God damn. You gotta tell them also. Because if you don't tell them, they won't know. They won't know. People can't read minds. They can look at your facial expressions, but they can't read a mind. And that is the problem. That is not the solution. If that is the solution that you want, then that is the solution that you will get. But you will not win if you don't play by the rules. If you don't play by the rules, you will officially be a loser. You will be a loser, and nobody will like you. Trust me, I know, because I was fighting against everyone that I knew, and that was not on purpose. That was not, but you gotta do what you gotta do to survive on YouTube sometimes. And if that means fighting with your greatest ally, that means fighting with your greatest ally. But you fight like hell, because that ally will fucking come at you 10 times harder. So the point of this, and I know y'all are like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck is this guy talking about, God damn it. Grammar's hard. Grammar's hard. Now, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I'm talking about winning and losing. You have to win to lose sometimes. And if you lose, you're still technically winning. But it depends on what you do to lose that determines if you are also winning. Because if you're just losing, you're a loser. Nobody wants to be your friend. Nobody wants to watch your content. And if that becomes the case, that's going to knock you down 10 times harder than if 10 times harder than if you were to get knocked down from how you say, I don't know, but you need to figure out what the fuck you're doing before you do it. That's all I'm saying. But if you don't, that's okay too. You're not gonna know right away what you want to fucking do on YouTube or what you want to do in real life. But with all that being said, if you put all that into perspective and you look at it and you realize that not everybody knows who you are. You have to explain it like a million times. That, my friends, is YouTube for you. People are going to not know who you are sometimes. People are going to hate you sometimes. People are going to love you sometimes. People are going to like you sometimes. It all depends on what the fuck you do with what you're doing on the platform. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. But if you lose, you get your ass back up and you try your damn hardest to succeed again. You don't stay down. Get back up. And a lot of people know that. A lot of people on YouTube know that by now. Because it's happened to a lot of people where the OGs return because they realize that they need to be there, in order to maintain the balance. Because if the OGs aren't there, then what's the point? The OGs, by the way, is, how you say, your friend group, your original group, and, or original gang or whatever you want to call it, original group, original gang, OG can mean many things. Original group or original gang. I call it original group because I don't like the word gang. But you can call it an original game if you want to. But I'm gonna call it an original group because I don't like that word. You know, due to a couple reasons, but I'm not gonna get into that on YouTube because that's definitely DOSing. I think for sure that we all know how this is going to end. We all know how this is going to play out. And we all fucking know for sure that we know who's going to win, who's going to lose, and why they're going to win or lose. Ugh. Fucking bug, dude. Ugh. And if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you don't know. It all lies in the hands of one person. And that one person is yourself. It lies in your hands to decide if you want to make yourself known or if you want to make yourself the most hated person on YouTube, or, you know, if you want to make yourself the most lovable person on YouTube or the most feared person on YouTube, or that's what I mean. It is. God damn. What the fuck? It's all up to you. It's all in your hands. You decide. Damn it. Stupid fly. You decide what you want to happen. You decide when you want it to happen. You make the plan. You make the you know, the God damn it. You make the moves, because if you don't make those moves, if you don't make those plans, you won't succeed. You will fail. You will fail. And if you fail, there's no going back. There's no going back. But if you don't, God damn it, stupid fly, get over. Sorry guys, this fly is literally trying to fly in my eyeball. It's fucking annoying. You, yourself, you need to get your ass back up. You need to get yourself back in that fucking ring. And you need to fight back. And you need to succeed. You need to succeed. Because if you fail, everyone who ever relied on you will never rely on you again. That's why you have to build. You have to build on trust. You have to build on success. Nope, I said that wrong. You have to build on success. You have to build on that friendships. You have to build on those allies. You have to build on those enemies. And those enemies soon become the allies. And those allies become your friends. But you have to remember that no one is truly your friend on YouTube. And it's actually the people and the things that you love the most that fuck you over in the end. Remember that. The people and the things that you love the most are the things that will end up fucking you over in the end. We all know it. You all know it. It all happens for a reason. It all happens for a reason. Everything that ever happened in your entire life is because of one person, yourself. And if that one person doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, then what's the point? What is the point? Oh, they fucking know everyone. What the hell? They're going everywhere. But exactly, what is the point in this? What is the point in this game? What is the point in expressing yourself and talking about it? What is the point in bringing up the past and bringing up the future? What is the point? There is no point. If you fail, you fail. If you win, if you succeed, you succeed. There is no in between there. There's no in between. You either fail or you succeed. And if you fail, you try again. If you succeed, you keep going. You keep pushing. And sometimes when you succeed, you fail. That's a way more advanced way at looking at it, but it's true. Sometimes if you fail, you succeed, and sometimes if you succeed, you fail. But that's a way more advanced way of looking at it, like I said. You gotta know. There's no way in telling how this ends. Nobody knows how this ends. Nobody knows if you win or if you lose until it's all over. And once it's all over, you can either decide if you want to get your ass back up or if you want to stay down. For most, I hope you choose to get back up. I really do. But if you choose to stay down, you choose to stay down. I cannot help you and make you see how it is if you do not help yourself. In the end, I wish you all good luck. I wish that I could stay and talk to you guys and be that person that could help you. And this live is either going to help you or it's going to hurt you. But this stuff had to be said, you know? So, I don't know. In the long end, good luck. And if you fail, you fail. But if you succeed, you succeed. It all depends on you, my friends. Everything that happens is because of you. Not anybody else. They might have some involvement in what happens, but you choose what happens. And with that, I hope you all understand what the fuck I was talking about, because I sure do. You know, sometimes it's for the best that you don't know. Sometimes it's for the best if you do know. It all depends on what happens, when it happens, where it happens, how it happens. And as always, and I'm going to say this once, uno más. And I'm going to say this uno times. As always, peace, love, and respect to every single one of you out there. I wish you all the best. Stay blessed, y'all. Peace out. Pax out.